If you go up to the loft today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go up to the loft today, you'll never believe your eyes. For every train there ever was has gathered there together because today's the day that Jenny does the Monday Club.
Hi there, everyone. Welcome along. Matt Naval, Richard Swiderski, J. Paul Anderson, Ham Shackleton, George Botterini, Clive Cobold, Tom McKee, Roof Railways, Jerry BVR, Ben Tullett, Warbler Productions, Patrick Ling, David Scott, Sue at Putnam Junction, Map the Dragon Railways. Hi to you. Bangor Junction, Carl Braun, Brian Harper, David Cook, Jay. Oh, Jay says mute. Mute? Are we muted?
No.
No, we're not muted. Matt Rutter, Simon Train's Model Railway Showcase, Patrick Furlong, David at It's My Model Railway, Mike at Putnam Junction, Hythe Kent, Daniels OO Model Railways, Vobert Becking, Ridgeway Park OO, Keep Calm Make Stuff, Egg Rider, Southern Train Girl, Manthony 1956, The Unfamiliar Terrier 48, New Junction, big hello to you as well, Matthias Kriegsman, Shanghai 264359, ML, Josh's Railway Adventures. Who else have we got? Crossways Point Junction, Flymo Chairman 1, Thomas West. Hello to you all. It's great to see you. Gosh, I feel quite rushed as well. I've got a bit of a headache. The reason for this is I've been filming a big video, which will come out either next week or the week after. And I have been going fully DCC with the points up here on Weir Yard. Yes, that's right. I've finally taken the plunge. I've not done everything. I have started in one corner, and so far I've got, I think, 7 points wired up on DCC. So you'll see that we have changed to the NCE power cab. I need to get a whole load of accessories to make it easier to plug this in.
I love that your new controller is so big it doesn't fit in your controller holder.
Oh no, it's fine.
Is that your controller holder or your controlster? Your controller holster.
Yeah, something like that. Andy T741 says, just spent hours trying to spend hundreds of pounds at Kerno. Gave up and quit because I can't get a different delivery address to the billing address. Oh well, saved about 500 quid. Gosh, that's strange actually. There should be a way of doing it.
There should, and that's it. That's actually quite an interesting thing. Because they've just lost money for not having what is a standard option.
Yeah, because I know where I work, we can do that. I do recall at least one person asking about that, and yeah, you can
I can even have a pizza delivered to somewhere else.
So, Northern Ireland Railways 4000 class, hi to you. Says, I'm warming up my fingers to tickle the like button. Yes, that's brilliant. Thank you ever so much. And also, I'd just like to say a big hello to New Junction, and actually New Junction and Cottesmore, because I did see the pair of them on Saturday. They were actually out doing some work for Hornby magazine, but they were passing through, so we did say hello. And if you've seen some of the drone footage that Cottesmore has posted up of Ribblehead Viaduct, really does look really good. I want a drone now. I've seen what drones
You told me that I wasn't allowed one.
No, I said you weren't allowed to fly it, but I have seen the light.
We have a drone. I just don't have a camera on it.
No, you've got a rubbish drone.
I've got an excellent quadcopter, and it's a great little thing.
George Botterini says the NCE power cab is the one that I use. Lots of people. Oh, gosh, it's coming in too quick. They keep going.
Do you want your mouse so that you can?
No. David, it's my model rail, says I think the first order has to go to the billing address. Actually, that is a good point. I could see that. Matt Naval says I've bought from Kerno before. Hopefully, just a computer glitch more than them not actually offering that service. Yeah, actually, it's disappearing up off the top.
It's got to have been.
I think actually, somebody suggested the first order has to go to the billing address. That actually is ringing a little bell now. Thinking that otherwise you could have somebody perpetrating massive fraud on it.
Yes, that's true, yes.
Wamgok, hi to you. Warbler Productions is the light at the end of the tunnel. Well, for doing the DCC fitting, I've actually used the DCC Concepts ADS 8SX. Sorry, dredging that from the back of my
I love
mind.
that you don't know the product names.
No,
You've just
no.
been spending all day looking at them.
Right. What actually it is that I decided after having... Oh, what's this? Tim's Model Row in different videos. Have you had any pills to calm down your headache? No, it's just because I've been lying on my back all day.
The pills she's had came in this can.
That's not pills. That's Budweiser. But no, I've been lying on my back underneath baseboards doing a lot of wiring. But anyway, yes. So somebody said another YouTuber has been given loan of the decorated Hattons Genesis coaches. I did ask actually some time ago, and I've heard at the time it was all the magazines have got to get it first, but I haven't been offered them. So yeah, they've chosen Sam's Trains to have a review of those. Which is their prerogative.
Yeah.
Anthony, 1956. Sorry, what?
The one thing that we always say, we don't expect anything.
No.
If we want to guarantee that we're going to review something, we'll buy it.
Yeah. Oh, Warbler Productions asks, question: does the NCE power cab just plug straight into the DCC Concepts Alpha unit, or is the circuit board still needed? No, it plugs into the RJ12 port on the Alpha Power unit. Essentially, it is the most integrated system. It's what the Alpha Power will natively just work with. You can get adapters for other systems, but the NCE really is just plug it and go. J. Paul Anderson, oh my word, Robert Steers has very kindly given $9.99 on the Super Chat. Thank you ever so much. And indeed, I'm really looking forward to... Robert Steers was on What's Neat this week. Filmed over this weekend. I don't know if that's actually gone live yet. I've been so busy, but really looking forward to seeing that. So really glad to hear that Robert Steers was on What's Neat this week with the American Limited models, which incidentally, American Limited models are now stocked at Railroads of Sheffield, which is Rails of Sheffield. So basically... you can get all of those tank cars in the UK.
It hasn't gone out yet.
Oh no, it's not broken yet. Right. Clive Cobbold says hi, Jenny from Northern Ireland. Yeah. Okay. That's it normally takes a few days because obviously Sir Kenneth Patterson has to actually edit it all up.
Yes,
first.
as someone who edits and as someone who edits yourself now, you know that it takes a while.
Yeah, the unfamiliar Terrier 48 says, what locos today? I see a 40 and a 45. Is that a class 25 or 26? And obviously more. Actually, what you're seeing is a class 40, a class 50, a class 46, although outwardly 44, 45 and 46 do look pretty much the same. Then we've got 2 class 25s. We also have running. What's the other one that's running?
I don't know. You're looking at me like I know.
Shush. We got a...
Oh, thank you so much, Ian White.
Oh, my word. Ian White is
generous.
very kindly given £5 on the Super Chat. Thank you ever so much. Jay says, any MC wagons left, Jenny? Do you, any... Monday Club wagons. Yes, there are some left. Again, they are selling fast. They're about just over 3/4 sold. So we are hoping for a pre-production physical model at some point soon. I know that they have gone into production, and it will be really interesting to see the actual finished Monday Club wagon. Hoping to get that at some point. We'll get some photos out, and there is obviously going to be a big push on orders when that happens. Big hello to Zach Farnworth, and
hey, Zach.
Lifestyle Unleashed says you get first dibs on all the N-Wins 3D models products before anyone else, Jenny. Oh. Yeah, look, don't worry about it. And I'm not having a go.
It's like exactly what I said. It's their prerogative. If they want to send a review sample to someone, that's their prerogative. And like I said, if we want to review something, we pick it up. Yeah,
and we did get the EP samples. Hattons did offer those.
Exactly.
So I will chase that up, actually, and see if they will lend me them, like they did last time.
The fundamental thing is that we never expect...
No, we never do. We never do.
That's not what the Monday Club or the Jenny channel is about.
Right. TARDIS detected. Looks like it's behind Jenny Jew. No, wrong.
No.
Ooh, no. Not behind me. So just moving some cameras around. Aha. Where is the TARDIS? Where is the TARDIS landing today? Nobody knows. The Closet Branch says, I'd like to say hello to Flymo Chairman. Logan Clary says, I love Bobby Brown. Is that the comedian, or am I thinking of somebody else? Robin Slewer says, I've been to the Watercress line. Andy T741 says, the reason for a different delivery address to my dad is because I'll be working. No worries there, lost I go elsewhere. Flymo Chairman 1, hello J Juju, how are you? Keeping well, I hope. I am very much, thank you. Gary Lewis says, evening Jenny and Zoe, this weekend would have been the Bristol Model Railway exhibition, hopefully runs in 2022. Now, I know that a lot of the exhibitions are gearing up for 2022. I believe that Glasgow is the Model Rail Scotland at Glasgow.
We can't hear you, but we've got the signal on screen.
Okay, right. Whoa.
Right, I'm bringing up.
Can everybody who can hear me actually tell me that they hear me? And the people who don't, just 2022. Yeah,
loud, perfectly fine.
I suspect that the person who's having difficulty hearing me, I think you probably need to adjust the settings on your computer for the playback. Right. As far as I'm aware, Worley in I think it's November. Is probably the first of the biggies this year. A lot of people are saying Jerry BVR, Patrick Furlong says loud and proud. I can hear you both, you and the Cupboard Monkey. UK time screening not long now till we're able to meet indoors. So who's itching to get back to their local club? Definitely, there's gonna. Good God, there's a. I can.
Yep,
wow.
We know now, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Gosh, I can't even read them. They come through so fast. So Steve R, David Scott, Whamgot, Mike at Pudding Junction, Peter Jones going to the dogs. But anyway, as I was saying, I will actually send a message. So they're probably very, very busy, actually. And at the moment, one of the big things is that a lot of the Hornby pre-orders are being cancelled. Now, I know that originally it just seemed to be Hatton's. And I think Hatton's was in the unfortunate position that they had their allocations cut first. So people were thinking it was a problem with Hatton's, which was a bit unfortunate, because what's actually subsequently happened is we're now seeing a lot of other shops, including Trains for You in Peterborough, Great Eastern Models in, I think they're in Norwich, also Durham Trains of Stanley, Hatton's of course as well. There's a lot of different shops coming through saying yes, they've had their allocations cut. So this is a very widespread thing. Now, I did speak briefly to Simon Kohler, but I'm not clear whether there's been some kind of issue. Now, we all know that Ever Given, that big container ship that messed up the parallel parking in the Suez Canal and got stuck diagonally. We've all been there, haven't we?
I haven't. I've never accidentally damaged world trade by trying to park.
Now, can I just say, we're talking about 25, nearly 30 years ago. I did get a chance to steer HMS Beaver, F93. And we talk about this from time to time. Yes, I did spend a couple of weeks on HMS Beaver. And it was a real ship, honestly. F93. It was a Type 22 frigate, something like that. But they did let me steer. And it's actually very, very easy to end up going in the wrong direction.
Oh, I can imagine it's very, very easy. But the thing is, the person that was on board steering that ship, it's supposed to be one of the pilots for the canal.
Yeah, there's a lot of arguments going on. And Daypol are certainly one of the manufacturers who have said that they have goods on the Ever Given, and now there's a bit of naughty wrangling going on. Effectively, the Egyptian authorities are holding the cargo hostage here. And I think that this is very, very, this is borderline illegal, if not very illegal, because the cargo doesn't belong to Evergreen Shipping. The cargo belongs to all the people. And then somebody tried to claim general average, which actually is if the cargo falls overboard or the ship sinks. All of the cargo is intact. It's sat on that ship. somewhere in the Suez Canal system. So there's some real shenanigans on the go. Right, Valley's 56XX might go on holiday to Egypt this year, see if it gets some cheap model trains. Ed's Egg says it's also a very easy way to sabotage world trade. But yeah, oh, there we are. Patrick Furlong says HMS Beaver, F-93 Type 22 missile frigate of the broadsword class, still in service. I was told she'd been scuttled as an artificial reef. Or was she one of the ones that was sold to the Chilean Navy? George Botterini has donated very kindly $10 on the super chat. Thank you ever so much for that. That is incredibly generous of you. And it says for the Zoe Pizza Fund. Ooh.
Sounds lovely. So, Jen, while you were driving the Beaver, did you accidentally park it in a way that damaged world trade?
No.
See, even an amateur didn't do that.
It was foggy at the time, and we were in the North Atlantic, so there was no land to be seen. And in fairness, I was not quite, I was going in roughly the right direction, but we were in danger of missing Iceland. So hold my hands up. That was the reason why.
So you could have accidentally stopped everyone from being able to get cheap frozen food.
Now, the thing about HMS Beaver...
You're missing the joke! Iceland!
Deliberately. Yes, yes. Jenny's gone to Iceland. Iceland looks very nice. The bit that I saw from the deck of a ship. I have never actually stepped foot on Iceland, but I have looked at it reasonably closely from a Type 22 missile frigate. But no, the steering wheel, in fairness to me, the steering wheel, you cannot see out of the window where the steering wheel was. And it looked like something off Knight Rider as well. And it was like the incredibly light steering because it's not physically attached to the rudder.
Did it have the little LED going?
No, it didn't.
Well, then
it did have a compass. And I was supposed to be following a compass direction and it kept drifting. And in fairness to me, the able seaman who was advising me got the blame because they weren't advising me very well. Yeah, I was 14 at the time.
Wow!
Right.
So you were driving a ship before you were allowed to drive a car.
Yeah. Ben Davis, I haven't actually watched that video. I'll be honest with you. I know there's been one of the recent videos was the 9F one, and I thoroughly didn't agree with the outcome of that. Of course, he's entitled to his opinion. But he seems really unlucky with these models because once again he's got a dud. I've got a 9F, a Bachmann 9F up here somewhere. So if we just wait on a moment.
Yeah. To be honest with you, you haven't really had the time to go looking at videos most of today because
I've been busy
up underneath where your yard.
Here is a Bachmann 9F. There is absolutely nothing wrong with its chassis. So oops. I'm going to...
Well, now there is.
Oh, no, shut up. That was just the tender drawbar. But, you know, I'll be honest.
He seems to...
He's found a lot of problems. Right.
With remarkable consistency.
Right, anyway, 1701, the filed flyer. Beaver decommissioned in 99 and all Type 22s paid off. Excuse me.
This is Jenny's... this is the result of Jenny.
No. Right.
After she had to go, they decommissioned it.
No, and that's why I said I am sure that HMS Beaver has been scuttled as an artificial reef. Now, the broadsword class Type 22s, some got sold on, and I believe some got scrapped. The back of my mind is saying the Chilean Navy bought a load, but not really sure. Right, anyway, Manthony 1956 says, I keep imagining Jenny in a submarine. Watch your head.
Yeah, that wouldn't work out well for you, would it?
No. Although actually, I believe that the headroom in things like HMS Vanguard, is she still on the go? I don't know. I'm a bit out of the loop. They stopped telling me what's still in service, and I did get on the phone and went, hey, Admiralty, you need to keep me in the loop because those guys on the Monday Club are going to be asking questions, and I need to know about these ones. Oh, at Ham Shackleton, I was thinking that, but I didn't say it. Broadsword, this is Danny Boy. No, it's Broadsword calling Danny Boy, I think it was. Yeah, there we are. J. Paul Anderson. Boom, on the money. Keith Murray says, raining cats and dogs here in Scotland. It was raining rain here, but I know in Scotland you do get some weird weather.
To be honest with you, anytime I see anyone say broadsword, all I hear is broadsword from the Hero Quest video.
Right, anyway, Ed's Egg says, did you see the Barry Davies epic rant and critique of reviews and Sam's trains? I've heard about this, but again, not actually seen that video, but I know a lot of people are talking about it. Right. Dominic Z says, Jenny, I've made a custom Hornby steampunk vector and a railway series Emily as well. Excellent. And certainly that's one that if you want to, you can send a video in of it. And we'll be playing some of your videos towards the end here. But let's have a look. Ian White says, HMS Beaver was sold for scrap 21st of February 2001 according to the web. And Houston WHAP said Broadsword, so that's HMS Broadsword, was sold to the Brazilian Navy. Yes, so I knew that there was some South American connection. Philip Page says the sun is out here in West Orton. Yeah, actually, we had some really heavy rain here earlier on, but it does seem to be clearing up just a little bit. Right. Leslie Gilpin says, I went on HMS Sheffield and a couple of subs when being fitted out. And Valleys 56XX says, submarines are narrow, not low. Yeah, definitely. Although actually some of the submarines, certainly some of the American ones, are huge. Right, so sorry, I got...
You okay?
Yeah, just choking on my own phlegm.
Oh.
But yeah, the big news at the moment is those Hornby pre-orders. Now, we don't actually have any official statement from Hornby that I'm aware of, but it does seem very odd. Oh, hello, Gwion Reese Davies. Big hello to you. But yeah, we don't have an official statement from Hornby, but in pretty much every instance, the models that allocations have been desperately reduced are ones which Hornby are still showing as available to order on their own website. Yeah, Valleys 56XX, thank you ever so much. A very generous donation of £5 on the super chat for the beverage fund ladies. David Watt says, Barry Davis is a very knowledgeable guy with great modelling tips, but he isn't very tactful. Now, we know a lot of people like that, don't we?
I'm not naming names, but yes.
Yeah, every time I look, I wake up and in the morning and look over, I go, there's somebody who's not very tactful.
I can be tactful. I just find that it's much easier to make sure that people actually understand what I'm saying.
Patrick Furlong says, I went on HMS it says Invisible when I was 4. I presume you meant HMS Invincible, which I think that was one of the...
I want an HMS Invisible.
They called them flush deck cruisers, but everybody else called them aircraft carriers. Was that HMS Ark Royal? I'm sure it's Invincible, could be wrong. But yeah, anyway, so meanwhile, back at the ranch.
I want the Royal Navy to now just have a number and a registry system for HMS Invisible and just say it's out there somewhere.
Yeah, we got this super stealth ship. We called it HMS Invisible. You see, the Russians would be like,
Where?
They'll be looking for that for years, wouldn't they? That'd be a great one. Dead Tower says, indeed, Russell Bennett, I hope mine will be honoured. Dominic Z said, Jenny, I was trying to make a custom take-along coal-buried Emily. Excellent. Mike Reed says, Jenny, do you run any American diesels on your layout? Now, actually, Craig Lockridge, I think it was, very, very kindly sent over a whole load of really, really lovely, they were like box cars, and I think there was a steel coil car as well. So I've got plenty of rolling stock. But the closest I've got is an Australian, an Aussie-fied, EMD model. We did feature that. In fact, we did a whole special promotion with those in conjunction with DCC Concepts a while back. But I have got one, not running it at the moment. I need to get it out because it should buffer up and couple up to the American outline wagon, so maybe next week. Bo Minnick says Hornby is showing the W1 not available on the US site. On their UK site, it still has it. I really don't know what's going on. Anthony 1956, you are dealing with rain. It's 35 degrees C and humid in San Antonio, Texas today. Ooh. Right. Somebody did ask about the, I think it was somebody, the Unfamiliar Terrier 48. Says RAF logic, you can fix a bite, you can fix a thermonuclear warhead. But you asked something about the Rails of Sheffield Terrier. If you ask your question again, I can't remember what you said. Big hello to Mike Reed. That's not the same Mike Reed that used to be a DJ on Radio 1 in the 1980s, is it?
The same Mike Reed that once did a rap at the Tory conference, and that is not a joke.
Really?
He once rapped at the Tory conference.
Oh, I bet that was an awkward moment. Everybody sat there going, at what point is it polite to leave? Yeah.
Does anyone know if he knows where he is?
Dominic Z says, Jenny, what is your favourite take-along diecast item? I really have no opinion on the matter, I'll be honest with you.
You do like some
Patrick
diecast,
Furlong asked, did my donation come through? So I just need to check, actually, because I know some people do send stuff through the paypal.me. So,
oh, I like that.
Oh, my word. Right, so just one moment. Richard Ashby has very generously sent £10 on the paypal.me. Thank you ever so much for that. It's incredibly generous. And also Patrick Furlong sent £1 through the paypal.me. Thank you ever so much. It says Sweets for Cupboard Monkey Fund.
Sounds like fun to me, yes. I'll have that. I like
Yes.
this. 1701, the Foul Flyer. Good reference to Star Trek there. The Invincible class were actually called through-deck cruisers.
Oh, I thought it was flush deck. Yeah.
Through-deck, because the Treasury wouldn't fund aircraft carriers.
Yes. It's a bit like, was it the Type 42 destroyers are actually bigger than most Second World War cruisers. But they were called destroyers because basically they couldn't get approval to build cruisers. Ridgeway Park OO says, is the TARDIS in a wagon far left under the club logo? No, it isn't, actually. So I don't think we've actually had the actual camera that it's on yet. Dominic Z said, Jenny Backman released the paint-splattered Vector. Yeah, they do some really, really great weathering on some of the models, and I'm actually really looking forward to
talking about paint and stuff.
Yeah. This is it's got a bit of a gangster lean going on, but the Cupboard Monkey,
it's a low rider,
built a pug. The Unfamiliar Terrier 48, is the Daypole Terrier as bad as Sam says, or did he just have bad luck? I'll give you two guesses, but you're only going to need one. He managed to find the only one which seemed to have faults. Mine was absolutely perfect. And I know he's got his style, and he's just passed 100,000 subscribers, so he's just got his plaque, which is a great achievement, actually. There's a lot of work on in there. He's got his style, it works for him, but personally, I don't like trash-talking products that don't actually have anything wrong with them, just because it makes great clickbaity videos. But each to their own. Valley's 56XX, I'm guessing Jenny has added an extra dimension to the layout and the TARDIS is in that. Bang Got You Junction Carl Brown says Jenny has static grasped the TARDIS. Patrick Creator 72 says, woo, what a very nice layout. Thank you very much. Worthington Model Railway, have to go back to work, maybe back later. Look, you take care. And don't forget, everybody, do remember to tickle that like button and also share the stream too and let everybody else know that we're live and dangerous. Yes, Cupboard Monkey?
I'm just going to say, I've looked on the large screen and yeah, Matt Ovell says TARDIS on HMS Invisible. The fact is that the TARDIS is on the screen right now. You just can't see it because it's actually slightly behind that red truck.
You right? Well, in that case,
you were just looking for any excuse to problem with the fodder.
The finger of doom. Go on, Cupboard Monkey. Take your medicine. You know you're good for it. Woo! Hey, no, get off my finger. Right, oh, pull my finger. Sucker. So, alright. Breezer707 says, I do worry about my Hornby pre-orders today. I've not had any of mine cancelled. Will you be able to let us know if you find any info? Yes, I definitely will. And I think basically the truth is not going to be what people are speculating. It pretty much never is. Somewhere in the sort of like the hinterland is the truth. But unless Hornby actually make a statement, we're not really going to truly know. Mike Finch says Jenny's model review the best. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, no. It'll get stuck in the tunnel.
Okay,
We've tried that before.
Okay.
But unfortunately, honesty doesn't actually get you mega views. So it is a strategy for Sam that does really work, you know. And at the end of the day, it's, you know, from a business point of view, it's actually worked out pretty top notch for him. But my personal morals don't let me do stuff like that. It has to be said.
Everyone has different styles.
Yeah.
Let's face it. We have our style, and it's working out well for us, and we have a community that likes it. He has his style, and he has a community that likes it.
Yeah, and the artist formerly known as Garthian, aka Warbler Productions, says, I just turned the brightness of my iPad up. Was too low to start a spot. Oh, well, right. Well, the big guns are out. So, Lifestyle Unleashed says, annoys the hell out of I think it's out of me, how Sam's train calls locomotives trains without any stock attached to them. It's not a train until it's pulling something. Well, actually, there's an interesting point, because what about a class 121? That's a train, but it's just one thing. And it's also technically a kind of locomotive. It's got an engine, it moves. And what about an engine running like locomotive? Is that still just an engine, or is it also technically a train? And I guess that, you know, in terms of train reporting software, that is going to be classed as a train. The Unfamiliar Terrier 48 says, I think the unlucky tug have the terrible luck with Dapol Terrier who could get the top on because you might have to retype that. I think it's I think the autocorrect's taking some of the meaning out there. I'm not sure what you're saying. Rail Guy says, for me, the most rewarding manufacturer of recent years is DCC Concepts, as my layout runs better for their innovations. Loco-wise, it is Dapol, closely followed by Bachmann. Lost faith in the H for now. Oh, interesting. Ed's Egg says, Barry Davis was criticising Sam for not being critical enough. He called him Pam's Trains. Not being critical enough. Gosh, I had dread to think what Barry Davis would have called me.
I don't get the Pam's Trains bit.
Yeah, not really sure about that. Ben Davis, hi Jennifer. Did you look at the Hornby community blog Engine Shed this month? Out there, new Rust and Hornsby 48DS. Which one do you want? For me, it's the Jimin DVLR Industrial Green. I really fancy the Roundtree's Macintosh one from York. That's the one I really want.
I fancy a Roundtree Macintosh.
Yeah, well, you're about 20, 30 years too late for Roundtree Macintosh.
I'll take the TARDIS and I'll go back in time and I'll have some proper sweeties from when I was a kid. And when sweets were much bigger.
J94, and also David J says, Jenny, when I mentioned Dapol motorised signals the other week, you warned about the voltage they should be run at. What would you recommend? Now, I talked with Richard Johnson, who you might know is the man in charge at DCC Concepts. So he's the man who does a lot of consulting work with manufacturers, not all manufacturers, but some manufacturers, for doing the electronics that go into things. Doesn't necessarily mean that what he suggests is what gets made, but what he actually said is that the Dapol signals, and for that matter the water tower as well, should be good at 5 volts, and there's no reason why these things should be over voltage. And if you turn the voltage right down, they are a heck of a lot more reliable. So in terms of the motorised signals, really actually Dapol have made a rod for their own back by suggesting a voltage that actually it's not reliable running on. Now this has been put through its paces at DCC Concepts. In fact, I found the samples the other day when we were looking for something else. And they got 2 of the Dapol semaphore signals. And what they found was that at the voltage that Dapol recommended, they do fail eventually, and sooner than you'd think. But if you turn the voltage down, then actually they do become very, very reliable. Right, anyway, Ian White says, talking about proper sweets, can you remember Texan bars?
I cannot.
Bit before my time.
My goodness.
Oh, my word. Kelly Ashford, thank you ever so much. Very, very kindly donated £5 on the super chat. Says, just to say hi. Big hello to you, Kelly Ashford. It's great to see you in.
I have to admit, one response where they said, who is Barry Davis? I don't know, but every time you mention him, I keep thinking, hi, I'm Barry Scott, and this is Still It Bang.
Right, David Watson, that is what Barry Davis called Jenny after the test of destruction of the 040.
Jenny Burke, yeah.
Jenny, did he?
There's a comment earlier. I did wonder what that was. I think he just likes making up silly names for people.
Yeah. So
we've done that before, yeah. Mike Reed says, Zoe asked Jenny, how does she clean her track? Carefully.
Yeah, I actually use
use
the Pico track rubbers, but other track rubbers available.
Oh, right,
DCC Concepts do them.
You
Gauge Master
track
do
with
them.
A track rubber, but you have like don't you have a brush or something for dusting?
Yeah, and you do need to. Sometimes what I do is the attachment on your Hoover that you do your stairs with. If you don't do the hoovering in your house, ask the person who does, and then take shelter and run a mile, because they probably go, well, it's about time you did some. But there's an attachment with like a little brush on the end that goes onto the hose, and that is perfect for getting detritus off your track without running the risk of basically sucking up all your scenery.
And as a separate thing, if you want to make sure that you don't lose anything while doing that, but you want to get the dust, it's well worth putting a sock over the end of the
or a
stocking.
stocking.
Yeah. Okay,
right.
We have one other question. Mark Holt asks when Game Hammer is coming back. And I want to just address that. Game Hammer had to stop due to a huge amount of work. Jen had a lot of projects that came up, and the thing that we have to remember is this is our main focus. All Mass Media, the company that I run, the main focus is Jen's channel. Game Hammer's the second thing, and we had to put that on hold. So Game Hammer will be back this Wednesday as the live show, and I'm also bringing back CP Scene, the Amstrad documentary show, and Game Hammer, the show, the review show. They're coming back, but I have to finish the scripts, and it's probably a week or so left.
Kelly Ashford says, I broke my left wrist and had to stay with my mum for 2 months. Sorry to hear that. Gosh, I know that if I had to go and live with my mum for 2 months, I think I would struggle. Don't get me wrong, lovely person, just don't want to.
Your biggest issue is that you moved out like 20 odd years ago, and now you're very much used to your own way of doing things.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is in my mother's eyes, and I think everybody will
in
have
every
this
mother's
with their
eyes.
Yeah, every mother views their child as being that small child that they were.
Yeah.
Even when they're in their 40s, it still happens.
So it's just, that's how it is.
But it's great to see you back, and I hope it's healed okay. So, you have our condolences. It's tough breaking. It's tough breaking any bone, but certainly with your wrist, it's quite a bad one, because you don't realise just how much you need 2 hands until you sort of take one out of the equation.
Yep.
Jay says, I don't like track rubbers myself as they scratch the rails. Yeah, they do a little bit actually, and there are other ways of cleaning track. Apparently, if you get a piece of soft pine, soak the end in paint thinners, and then just rub that along, it sort of wicks all of the muck off, which does work quite well. Dominic says, Jenny, I gave my custom Hornby Steampunk Vector a cowcatcher and a hat. I know it looks weird when a E2 had a cowcatcher though. Yeah, and that's the whole point about steampunk, is it's about letting your imagination run wild. Manthony 1956, I wonder if there is a market for a piece of rolling stock that would hoover your track work using track voltage. Daypole kind of did that. Now, somebody did ask about voltage on the Daypole water tower. I've had mine running down to 3 volts. I would say, actually, the lower the voltage, the more reliable they are going to be. And it's as simple as that. Why would you over voltage something? Just really, really not worth it. Right.
Kelly, you want to see how quickly it'll explode.
And Kelly Ashford says, I mended everyone. I can use my left hand again. That is great. I'm glad everything is better. Stephen Cameron says, I've heard a push-along permanent way trolley referred to as a train when I was volunteering on my local heritage line, as it was classed as traffic while trains were running. Charlie McGowan says, try a wine bottle cork with a slot cut in it. Yeah, and again, that's a bit like the little bit of soft pine wood, which when I actually ran out of track rubbers, I couldn't find them. I did try that technique, and it is a technique that I've heard one of my work colleagues at DCC Concepts actually say as well. Yeah, and Leslie Gilpin says, latest advice on track cleaners, use white spirit or similar rather than IPA. The unfamiliar Terrier 48, the unlucky Tug couldn't get the top back on. The chassis became an RWS Thomas. The running board was bent. This conversation probably ended 7 minutes ago. Right, okay.
I'm not sure what that was about.
David Scott says, I have seen hardboard used rough side down as a track cleaner. Yeah, actually, wood does seem to work reasonably well.
Almost as if something that has a little bit of give to it
will
rub things off.
Yeah, right. Wamgok said TARDIS under the pick of Jenny. I've no idea where you put it. Oh, was it? Right, in that case, you need to move it now. Matt Ovell says, TARDIS looks drunk, definitely on the wonk. Houston WHAP, yeah, lots of people have spotted the TARDIS.
Well,
so,
I had to make up for the fact that they couldn't see it in the last position.
Manthony 1956 says, the only Daypol I see in the USA is limited to trackside equipment. Now, actually, Daypol, the Daypol Rails Terrier is amazing. Don't let certain reviews that looked for faults, that in all honesty weren't there,
cloud your judgment.
Cloud your judgment. The Daypol Rails Terrier is amazing. When you ask the magazines, they all say the same thing. That, you know, it's not to take anything away from the Hornby Terrier. That is a good model. But the Rails Terrier model is so much better. In many ways, it's a bit like comparing the Hornby Class 8 with the Bachmann Class 8. They are both really, really good models, but the Hornby Class 8 is much more refined and has a lot more detail. Evan Terry says, holy moly, I just found someone on Facebook selling a train worth £600 for £5. Oh, well, lucky you.
Well
Bo Minnick, I'm 52 and my mother moved in with me for age reasons. Holy hell, bachelors, master's degrees and 12 years in the army. Yes, I know what I'm doing, Mum. Yeah, that's it.
Nope. In your mother's eyes, you will never. Because you're still the kid. And it's just how it is. You get fixed to things. I've got a brilliant one here. It comes from Twitter, and I have to share it. A guy called Calgi on Twitter says, I've just come across a Pimlico pub called The Constitution. I hope that when you ask for a wine list, they tell you it's unwritten.
Why is that mouse flickering?
Who knows? Maybe it wasn't quite still.
Yeah.
So Jenny has now just completely talked over the end of that joke, so I'll just do a quick...
Yeah. Right.
And let her get back to it.
Breezer707, do you think the next step with model makers will be lights in coaches? We're already seeing that, actually. Hornby started to introduce them with their Pullman coaches. We're seeing them with the Hornby 4 and 6 wheel coaches are coming through with lights. We're also getting lights from Bachmann in their Pullman coaches, and I think it's Daypol as well with the light buzz. You want to say something, Cupboard Monkey?
Okay, guys, there's a lot of people that I don't recognise in the chat at the moment going on and on about how Sam's train says this and Sam's train says that. Guys, he has his style. We have a different style. Everyone is allowed to have their opinions. Don't try and force one set of views on the other. Let's just leave it at that.
The Angels share model railways. Hi all, hope you're well. Wamgok says, Zoe, was that a joke?
Yes, it was. It wasn't my joke, though.
Bo Minnick and George as well before also I said I'll say it again, I have 4 Daypol Rails Terriers. They are great. Yeah, and I have 2 Rails Dapol Terriers, and they are really, really good. I have a large number of the Hornby Terriers, and I have done a video comparing the two, and in all honesty, before trying to say that one person's review is better than another, and therefore what one person says about a model is gospel, go and have a look at that video and see what the differences between the two actually are. I did a video where I compared the Hornby Terrier with the Rails Dapol Terrier, and you can see all of the differences, and they're all in favour of the Rails Dapol one. Now, they're not major differences in a lot of cases, although some, for example, inside motion, also the bullet holes in the cab front, there are a lot of differences which, when you point them out, they cannot be unseen. Gary Lewis says, hi Jenny, have you seen the YouTube channels that say Inox is better for track cleaning than isopropyl alcohol? Have you tried Inox? Seems to be the cleaner for scale electric track. No, I haven't actually tried that. AFD Comp says, Jennifer, will the purple people eat? What? I'm not sure what you mean by that. James Pets, big hello to you. I approve of James Pets being in the chat. Jennifer's Terrier comparison video is very useful, definitely. Don't forget to share it out there. Let's get the word out there. Barry Turner says, just fitted latching reed lights to my Mark IIs. 6 kits cost me £42. I thought that was a good buy from Layouts for You. Now, actually, funnily enough, somewhere on the layout there is a Hellion Class 25. Now, I have just filmed a project on fitting independently switched cab lights with them using DCC Concepts nano LEDs on the unused functions on the Zen Black decoder, making use of a feature of the Zen Black decoder which isn't actually advertised as being useful for this, but it is, which is using the 8-pin fly lead with the surplus wires cut off as a breakout for the extra functions that you need. And actually, the Zen Black decoder does give you up to 6 functions. Now, only 2 are being used on the Hellion Class 25 for the directional lights. If you blank off the lights inside the cabs that just come on with the head code box, and then add your own, you can use 2 of the remaining 4 functions to get switchable cab lights. And it's actually then possible, if you really wanted to, you could also fit engine room lights, and you'd still have a surplus function left over. Let's have a look. Oh, I didn't want to.
Okay, while Jen's sorting that out, can I just point out that we will be having a bumper set of videos tonight.
Yes.
And if you want to get your video shown, it has to be from your videos. We don't have permission to use anyone else's. Send them to zoe@zoerobinson.com, only as a URL. Either upload it to YouTube or Dropbox or whatever. Send us the URL to zoe@zoerobinson.com and you might get featured.
Big hello to AD Pullen. Also, Paco, it's gone off the top. Paco, didn't catch the Russian name, but big hello to you as well. Bo Minnick, thank you ever so much. Very, very generously sent $10
thank you so much.
on the super chat with a message, just because. And thank you ever so much. That is incredibly generous. And of course, your donations do help to keep the channel going and for us to keep. Well, sort of, but they do allow us to keep making the video content that you want to see. James Pett says, with the Hellion locomotives with 21 pins, it's very easy to set up directional head tail lights. They actually come with directional head and tail lights out of the box, but it's the cab lights that have attracted a lot of criticism. And what I have done is I have actually added separately controlled switching cab lights. I might actually go back at some point, and you could do that with a Bachmann locomotive as well. Kelly Ashford says, I only joined because Robert's train set has slowed down. Evan Terry says, I sent in a vid. Paco Garcia Camaro, big hello to you. Jay says, struggling to hear you over the rain coming down hard here. There's been a lot of rain lately, yeah. The filed flyer, 1701, the filed flyer says you can't use the gauge master high frequency track cleaners on DCC, as far as I'm aware. No, they are a big no-no. They will fry all of your decoders like that, and they will probably feed back and destroy your DCC controller as well. That will be a very expensive mistake, and arguably the high frequency rail cleaner was never that good. In DC, I'll be honest with you, it's not a product that I would personally recommend. The Unfamiliar Terrier 48 says, I saw this really cool steam lorry. I think a Foden C-type. Anyway, it was steam, and I think 4.5 gauge. It'd probably be 4-inch gauge, which is basically 1/3 size. It was so fast, so small. It was big enough to sit on, but not too small, so you can run on the road. Definitely, my father builds 1/3 scale live steam traction engines, and yes, you can run them on the road. Big hello to Somerset Andy. Great to see you. Everything is all right, and really nice to see you. And of course, Somerset Andy very, very generously sent in, excuse me, class 47. I know a few people have sent in locomotives to the channel, and I always feel ever so humbled when people do. But you're the name I can always remember for one of those. Right.
Garthian,
oh, and Garthian as well. Yes, of course. Donated a lot of money to be able to for us to buy the Hellion Bayer Garrett, which is currently waiting to have its sound file loaded onto it. And I have bought a Garrett sound file. But in all honesty,
never got right. You get so busy. That's your problem, isn't it?
Yeah, at work I'm ever so busy. But also bank holiday bank holiday weekend means that I haven't had the file delivered to me just yet.
Also, Jen goes to work and she's very surprised. She actually has to work. My goodness, none of this driving your stereo around the country anymore, is it?
TARDIS next to the Class 8s.
Yes, it's gone to see the Gronks.
Right, well, there we go. Let's change views and maybe that'll... All right, Ham Shackleton says, HF cleaners don't clean. They cause sparking and arcing, create ash, and that sticks to the track.
Oh.
Ben Davis asks, did you get the limited edition review Hornby Only Fulton Horses Railway Van? Yeah, but... thanks for doing the Monday Club. You're always welcome. We always do the Monday Club. It's something that we make it our mission to never miss a Monday Club.
Yes, in fact, today Jenny was really, really stressed because she was in the middle of redoing some switches and making sure that...
filming a video going DCC.
Yeah, making sure that the Weir Yard, I forgot what the layout was called there, making sure Weir Yard was working just in time to go live. So she hasn't had a break since about 10 o'clock this morning. No,
I've been hard at work. Iron Horse Heathen, hello to you. Says, evening all. What's this about Salmon reviews? Well, Sam has gone past 100,000 subs. He's got his plaque, which is a great achievement. It's also
there aren't many railway
there are in the US.
Not in the UK, railway channels.
In the UK,
railway, not railroad.
Yeah, in the UK, I think he's the only one who's passed 100,000.
So that's actually quite an achievement.
Congratulations, oh, well done, Zoe. Why don't you do that on camera so everybody can see you?
Oh, you pressed the button. You were looking at another one when I turned around to do that.
Right. James Petts asks, do you have model cats on your layout? I don't actually. They're really, really small. What I do have I have model rabbits.
You have model Santa's Little Helpers.
Santa's Sexy Little Helpers. I have deer. I have sheep.
Oh dear.
I have horses. I have rabbits. I've got at least one dog.
Yes, the little doggy bear.
Yeah, little doggy woggy. What else animal-wise do I have? I don't know. Actually, a cat would be quite
humans.
Nice. Yeah, Valley's 56XX says, I see the TARDIS. Yeah, you and everybody else. Don't forget to tickle that like button, and sharing is caring. Do share the stream on social media and help us to build the audience. Let's get as many people in as possible to the stream. And if you haven't already done so, then do consider subscribing to the channel, and you'll be the first to know about new videos as and when they go up. The Unfamiliar Terrier 48, in your opinion, what is the easiest era to model? I like the big four, but what is your personal easiest? And thanks to the Monday Club, and I hope you will continue. Thank you very much. You're absolutely welcome.
What's the easiest era to model? Oh,
I would say BR Late Crest evening. BR Late Crest era. That's the one.
There are a lot of models available.
James Pets does say every layout needs a cat. I must look into that. I do have rabbits, and they're tremendously small. I've actually got some birds as well.
We used to have a cat on the layout, but Jen got annoyed.
What?
Remember when you were playing with your really old one before you even had Bolton Trinity Road? You would close the door so that the cat couldn't get on the layout.
No, because she used to eat stuff. Dominic Z says, Jenny, I received the DVD called Happy Little Helpers yesterday. Don't know what that is.
I know. It could be a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah. Valleys 56XX says, I have crabs. Oh, I think you get cream for that. 2, 1 LMS and 1 early PR. Tony Wright says Jawtooth has just got his 100,000 subscriber plaque, Jenny. Yes,
excellent.
absolutely.
Well
and
done.
Jawtooth, I always say it's a very strange sounding channel name, but it's a really great one to watch. I do subscribe to Jawtooth, so I am one of those 100,000. But yeah, in the UK, I can't think of anybody else who's passed 100,000, which is a great achievement. It has to be said. Let's not take anything away from that. David Watts also has crabs, 1 lemur, 1 backman, both in LMS. Matt Ovell says, I think there were a few cats around last week, weren't there? Matt Rutter says, model something fictional. Yeah, that always does make things a lot easier, but you'll still get rivet counters. Gary Lewis says, I have a 1-to-1 scale cat who likes to watch trains sitting on the layout. Mike Reed asks, Zoe, what does Jenny do for a living? I can tell you that.
She annoys me.
I make videos and the social media content for DCC Concepts is what my day job is.
Yeah.
I used to work in logistics, but now I work for DCC Concepts. Sion's Model Railway Junction says, are you getting Mark V coach? Probably a bit too modern for me. Yeah, Warbler Productions says, yeah, I do work for DCC Concepts. Ben Tullett says, good night, stay safe. To Roof Railways, I think Roof Railways has had to go to bed. It is, after all, a school night. Aldendale Junction says, hi Jenny, how are you and chat? I've begun my own model rail, but I've yet to lay the track. It's themed in the 60s. Can I have recommendations on track plans? It's 18 feet by 2.5 feet. That would suggest an end-to-end. And what I would suggest is actually go and take a look at some of the Pico track plan booklets. Bo Minnick says, Zoe and Jenny, I'm a fan of what you two do here on YouTube. It's helped me on the road down the road of British Steam. I do like Sam and really like Chris Green. Yeah, Chris Green is also very, very good. In fact, if there's one YouTuber who is deserving of getting to the 100,000, it would be Chris Green. Am I Chris Eden Green? If I would think of that's the person I'm thinking of. He does some amazing, high quality things like steam locos in profile, and really, it is criminal that he doesn't get more views than he actually does. I think, if there's one channel that is really deserving of getting past 100,000 subs, it would be his. So do go and check him out. Roger Wollstonholme says, my train spotting days 58, 62, best to model, then I discovered girls. That usually happens, doesn't it? Kelly Ashford says, YouTube is my newest hobby. When July comes, I'll be riding Llangollen Railway metals again. Yeah, we're really looking forward to a lot of the preserved lines opening back up. Railway Fan says, AC Loco Fan is a very good channel. Leslie Gilpin suggests Ian Rice has done several track plan books worth looking up, definitely. James Pett says, yes, that Chris Eden Green chap is available in 3D models form at Hardy's Hobbies, as are some 3D printed cats. Excellent. Flymo Chairman, when the profiles he does, I watch Chris Eden Green. Definitely. And he needs more subscribers, because really, if you haven't heard of his channel, do go and check him out. It is a great channel with incredibly high production values. In fact, I know he used to work in TV, may still actually work in TV. So the production values of his episodes are like watching a proper TV program. So well worth checking out. And if you do go over there, do tell him I sent you. Madden Steam Railways. I have several different steam locomotives. I have a lot of carriages. The only thing I don't have at the moment is all the track. All my old track is now on the HMNRC digital layout. Tim Davis says McKinley Railway is a very impressive layout. Stephen Park says, hi Jenny, can I ask, out of Backman Class 121 and Hornby Class 50, which is your favourite?
Yes,
I'm unsure which to buy and would appreciate your help. Right. The Hornby Class 50 I regard as being a pretty good model, actually, all in all. The Bachmann 121, I believe that too is a very good model. I don't actually have one. What I would suggest is check out the Daypole Class 121 because they're on sale in a lot of places. So substantially cheaper. And what's that? Oh, I love that. If you can fart through your jeans, you can talk through your mask. Tim's model railway in different videos. Stop it! Stop it!
We all know someone who needs to be reminded.
Yeah, and if you don't know who it is, it's probably you. Right, Patrick Webb, was Journey just talking about Chris Eden Green? I love his content. Yes, I was. Great, great content. Do tell him I sent you when you go and subscribe to him if you've not already subscribed to him before. Let's give him a little bit of a boost because of really, really great quality videos. Warbler Productions says, sad to Kelly Ashford, you should try to come to Statford Barn Railway. It's narrow gauge, but has the largest collection of industrial locos anywhere, along with the first Garrett built. We can contest to that. Attest even. We can attest to that because we were invited there. Garthian, well, the artist formerly known as Garthian, aka Warbler Productions, invited us down there, and we had a great day. Richard Swiderski says, Chris Eden Green do a series on railway-related films. Yeah, and nothing but good content I've seen from Chris. Dazza 1977, good evening Jenny and Zoe, hope you're feeling better from last week. I watched the stream and Zoe was an electronic voice. Oh yes, you were. Yes. With the electronic assistant.
Yes.
Simon Trades Model Railway Showcase says, well, that derailed the conversation tonight about jeans and face masks. Blame the cupboard monkey, because everybody else does. Thing.
Alexa, can you speak Klingon?
Stop it! Now, it's a really big design flaw with the Alexa
really
thing.
is.
Yeah. At least Siri doesn't respond to anybody saying it. Right, Tim's Model Railway in different videos. I did a review on my different Bachmann Thomas loco. The problem one with Bachmann Thomas, the motor didn't last long, but none of my Bachmann Thomas burnt out yet, I hope. Donget's Model Railway, to anyone who depends on lip reading through masks are a problem. I never realised how much I do this until I had to interact with people wearing masks. Well, I know exactly what you mean because I do lip read as well. I'm not even aware of doing it because I am hard of hearing in certain frequencies, which means I can tell people are talking. I just struggle to decipher what they're actually saying.
And that's the excuse that she uses when she isn't going to respond to me. But yes, as someone who's deaf, that is a problem. But speaking from the point of view of someone who does lip read, I'd rather struggle to lip read than struggle to breathe.
Right.
And that's it.
No, is it Leslie Gilpin? I've got to leave early. Sorry, guys. Something interesting appeared on the telly box. Oh, are they rerunning Biggest Little Railway with yours truly laying Hot Wheels track across the Great Glen?
Everyone's saying that their electronic assistant can speak Klingon.
Yeah. Oh, we found out a few little doozies that apparently that little minx can get up to as well.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Minx. I haven't heard that word since the 90s.
Do you remember Minnie the Minx?
I do, but I haven't heard
Is
the word.
Minnie the Minx still a character in the Beano?
Yes.
And what happens when a character stops being used? Do they have a goodbye episode or do they just stop?
It depends. If they're a really, really popular character, then there wouldn't need to be a goodbye episode because they wouldn't stop. If they're not
but things like is Billy Whiz still in the Beano?
You know what? I'll go and get the 80th
and Roger the Dodger. Corky the Cat. Grandpa.
Grandpa is not in the thing anymore.
I remember
Corky
that in the 80s.
Used to be on the front cover. In fact, in the 80s when I was born, Corky was still on the front cover instead of Dennis the Menace.
Yeah, James Pett says, I remember Minnie the Minx. Gosh, that was a long time ago. Yeah, I know. Time does fly past. Howard Pomfret, evening to you. Cian's Model Railway Junction says, the one who is talking. I think that's an answer to something else.
Are they asking who the cupboard monkey is?
Yeah, the cupboard monkey is the pain in the... Excuse me.
You couldn't finish. Hello, I'm the cupboard monkey.
Yeah, right, okay. You're going to go and... What are you doing? You're not bringing that little minx.
I'm going to get beers.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Go on, be gone. Go get beer. Have we got any nibbles?
We have a cheesecake.
No, not on air. After. Richard Swiderski says Billy Whiz is selling replacement speakers now. Oh dear. Big hello to Pepperton Junction. Harry Impey as well. Stephen Park says Poople from the Flumes was my favourite. Oh, do you remember there was the Bash Street Kids? Are they still on the go? And Lord Snooty and his chums. Beryl the Peril, says Sue at Pooh at Pudham Junction. Oh gosh, I remember that. Didn't she have her nose up like this? Like, Dominic said Jenny and Covert Monkey. Sorry, the Flumps. I don't remember them. Stephen Parks have Flumps. No, I don't remember that. I remember Little Mo as well. I think Little Mo may have disappeared. Roger Wolstenholme, Bash Street Kids. And there was Pup Parade. Do you remember Pup Parade? Which was the Bash Street Kids' dogs. Ben Tullett, oh no alcohol and Jenny don't mix. Don't worry, it's alcohol free. Simon Train's Mother Hour Showcase. Have to stop watching if Cheesecake comes on the live stream. LOL. Stephen Parks, Penny Crown. Don't remember that. Oh, Biffa Bacon. Oh, Egg Ride. Yeah, that Biffa Bacon. I think that was Viz. There was Biffa the Bear and Dynamo. Yeah, there was Dynamo. Oh my word, gosh. Warbler Productions. I used to get the Beano every fortnight and the annual for Dennis the Menace's 40th birthday too. I used to, as a kid, get the Beano annual every year. Jennifer Garrett asks, is Lord Snooty still going? He was in the first Beano, so must be about 70 to 80 years old now.
The Beano is over 80 years old.
Apparently the screen's gone black. We have an issue with one of the cameras. Just went black.
Oh.
So the cupboard monkey has brought General Jumbo. Yes, I remember Stephen Cameron. I do remember General Jumbo. Rasher the pig. Yeah, that was Dennis the Menace's pet pig, wasn't it? So what have we got?
These are the 80th anniversary annuals of the Dandy and the Beano.
Used to be hardback books.
No, not annuals. 80th anniversary specials.
Minnie the Minx, Bash Street Kids. Who's Leo Baxendale?
One of the artists?
Must be.
There's all kinds. It's all about the people who made it, as well as the characters.
Right. Oh God! Oh, I remember this storyline where Nasha went missing.
Yes.
Oh, that was
Mike Reed was actually in the Beano asking about where Nasha was.
Yeah. Oh, and Fufu. It was Fufu, who's Walter's dog.
Sure.
There's Mike Reed. There we go. So I don't know if you can see Mike Reed in the Beano. But anyway, it's the Monday Club, not the Dennis the Menace and Nasha.
Careful with those.
Yeah. Oh, Mark Wilson, Roger Nelly, the man on the tally. That is definitely a Viz one.
Yes, that is definitely yes.
Yeah.
Desperate
right.
Dan and Cow Pies, yes.
Yeah. Gosh, and if you go back far enough, they were very, very different. Because they had the Circus of Adventure right at the very start.
Yeah. Yes, the original Beanos also didn't use speech bubbles and everything. There used to be a drawing with the caption underneath describing what was going on.
Simon Train's Mother Hour Showcase says, Jenny just scared the hell out of me when she spoke loudly, guessing we got Billy's replacement speakers on tonight.
Science Model Railway says, can Emma come onto the camera for a second? No, because there isn't an Emma here.
Do we have Emma? No, we don't have an Emma. Right, let's see. Have we...
They're now saying, can Zoe come on the camera? Technically, yes, I can. However, I've got a computer and monitor for organising the production right here. So I have to climb over it.
You're like, oh, what was that in the broom cupboard? There was the
Wilson the butler.
Wilson the butler, and you just see a gloved hand. Patrick Webb had to get up for a bit. Did I miss anything? No.
Probably not.
No.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, I do remember Fireball XL5, Clive Cobold.
Well, not Thunderbirds.
No, Fireball XL5. I think it was a Jerry Anderson thing, yeah. James Pett says, I don't remember Wilson the Butler. I remember Ed the Duck, yeah.
Yeah. Wilson
Who came first?
Wilson the Butler was Ed the Duck's nemesis.
Ah. And then there was like a little robotic thing. What was that?
Oh, you're asking me questions about.
And do you remember Doobie Duck? Doobie Duck's Disco. Doobie Doobie Doo. Oh god,
yeah.
utter garbage. Breezer707 says, I met Chris Eden Green a number of times on the Bluebell Railway. Really nice chap. His videos are amazing, definitely. Ruben Ashwell says, I don't think the Billy's replacement speakers joke will ever get old. We need a t-shirt.
I'm putting it on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Along with the other one, that's this t-shirt requires a firmware update.
Yeah, Ben Tellett says, the heavens have opened and our grass looks a bit overwatered. Mark Wilson, really don't like Sooty. Never trust a whisperer. Yeah, it's always like he's like, oh, I don't like such and such. Go on.
Oh my goodness, Scarthian Warbler Productions. Gordon the Gopher was my time, along with Roland Ratzies. I loved Roland Rat. Never liked Gordon the Gopher. I always felt like he was a bit of a wuss. And he always felt like the teacher's pet.
Yeah, for some reason we've lost that camera.
Which camera?
That one.
Oh, well, I won't put the TARDIS over there then.
No, it's a shame because that's a really good one. TARDIS end of line of wagons near Gronk. So, right. Dazza1977 says, I'm sorry, I have to get up early for work and have hit the like button. Yeah, don't forget everybody, tickle that like button. Share the stream too on social media. Sharing is caring, of course. And don't forget as well to subscribe if you're not already done so. And my books are still available, so you can buy Twinkle Little Star, Bring It Home the Stars as well. And Valley's 56XX says, I want the firmware t-shirt.
So do I. I've got to work
Roger
on it.
Wolstenholme. Yes, I remember Roy of the Rovers.
Oh, Roy of the Rovers was in what?
Yeah.
The Daily Mirror? Or was it Victor?
Cian's
Does
mother...
anyone actually remember Victor?
Vaguely.
Do
you remember the Beezer?
I do remember the
And
Beezer.
the Topper.
The Beezer and the Topper both merged into the Beano, if I remember correctly. Or was it was one of the two? Yeah, no,
Tony
the
Wright.
Beezer, because that's where Minnie the Minx came into the Beano from.
Tony Wright says, I will join you with a beer, ladies. Good health. I'll drink to that.
Cheese.
Skull. No, you have to down it in one.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Right.
Kevin Terry says, you have books? Yes, we do.
Yes. Do we have any up here?
Yes.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Up here. Don't stop messing about. I've got them here.
I knew they were somewhere.
Yeah.
Ah! You beer crime. You just blew dust into my beer.
So, there we go. These are the books. Do you want to put the link up just so that people can find them? And if you ask on the stream, we will try and get you them signed. I mean, you could also ask on the stream, whatever you do, don't sign them. But we do have these books available. There's some kind of a deal going on, basically. There's a big box of books we're trying to sell through. So, absolutely amazing way that you can help support the channel and get something great back for it. So let's get as many of those out there as possible. Oh gosh, the Perishers.
Yes, Eyeballs in the Sky. I never understood that as a kid. Because I came into the Perishers, one of those episodes where they'd gone on holiday. And it was like an annual thing, the Eyeballs in the Sky, the dog looking into the pond.
What?
And I came into starting reading the Perishers in the middle of one of those stories and went, what is this cartoon, this comic about with eyeballs in the sky?
Somerset Andy says, rhubarb and custard. Oh, do you remember that? Sue at Putnam Junction says, just started reading Bringing Home the Stars. And Warbler Production says, I have both books. They're great, to paraphrase Tony the Tiger.
Yeah, I picked one up and couldn't put it down. And it wasn't because Jenny had glued me to the book. Yeah. When is book 3 coming out, says Mike and Sue at Putnam Junction. Yes, Jenny, when is book 3 coming out? I designed the cover for that about 10 years ago.
Mark Wilson. What were the Moomins?
Moomin. They love the laughter.
Die, Moomins! Because we watched the German. Oh dear. Right, anyway. Valley's 56XX says, my dad was knocked off his Vespa by Johnny Hawksworth, who wrote the music for Rhubarb and Custard. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. I to be honest, if he knocked me over, I wouldn't know it was him. Right. Barry Turner says, what about Bill and Ben? Watch with Mother. Bit before my time, I'm afraid. Tom McKee, sorry, all need to leave early tonight. We'll catch up later on YouTube.
I did watch Bill and Ben on the video Watch with Mother.
Okay.
My mum bought it back in the day.
Right. Evan Terry says, me being young and not understanding many of the things you were saying. Oh, my word.
Yeah, just imagine you're going to have all of this, and the kids that come after you will look at you and go, what are you talking about, Grandad?
Travel Report says, how do you set all the cameras up, then switch it on the live stream? We have an Elgato Stream Deck, and that's how we are doing it.
Yeah,
so we just press a button, and eventually they do come up. Thank you ever so much, Nuts and Bolts 77, and very, very kindly donated $10 on the Super Chat. And says, I'm a bit late, but good evening to all.
A Monday Clubber is never late, Frodo Baggins, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Right, I shall just prod Gandalf.
Oh, I'll go away again.
Yes, you do that. Right.
Basically, what we do to get all the different cameras is we have 6, maybe even 7 Logitech cameras, all the same type of camera.
To answer a question.
Oh, I'm fine. I was answering a question.
Yeah, no, but before it disappears off the top, Breezer707 asks, are DCC Concepts doing an 18-pin decoder which will fit in the Rails D class? If you look at the packaging for the Zen Black decoders, you will see that there is a listing for a next 18 decoder, so they are forthcoming.
Okay, so to go back to what we're talking about with the cameras, we have 6 or 7, all of the same type, and that way it doesn't confuse the system. And we've just got them set up so that they're looking at various areas of the layout. We've then got 6, maybe 7 individual scenes in OBS. You can set up different, what they call scenes, which is basically just screen layouts. Each of them has a different camera on it, plus the one that's pointed at Jenny. And then we use the Stream Deck to jump between each of the scenes. Although you don't actually need the Stream Deck, you can use a keyboard combination instead.
Can you just pull out or turn off the silver cable up there? I'm going to see if I can get camera 5 to work. Occasionally, when you have a lot of cameras plugged in, then OBS has a bit of a hissy fit. Is it turned off?
Not yet. It doesn't want to.
Melchester Model Railway, hi to you. Is there a stay alive that would fit a Dapol B4 tank engine? Yeah, there probably is. Right, I'm just going to try something. So I'm going to go to scene 5. It's going, oh no, there's no camera. I'm going to go back to that, turn it back on.
You've broken everything now.
No, I haven't. Turn it back on.
Your Jenny cam is off.
Is it? That is an embarrassing pose. It has just... That is just creepy, isn't it? Right, hold on.
Jen, you've broken everything now.
Right, okay. So, hopefully
that's worked. And I think we're getting the data through. The monitor says that we're back.
Okay, so sorry about that, people. We're having some technical issues because the computer crashed. So once the Cupboard Monkey gets the chat back up on the big screen...
Just give me 1 second.
So
looks like we're back. So if I just put my hand into screen, I should see myself on the monitor that's focusing on this and making sure it works in just a second.
Okay. So what do you get at the moment?
Yes, we are there. We're there. We've got a slight delay.
So we had a bit of an issue. The computer basically crashed.
Yes. Jenny confused it.
But less jibber jabber, more.
I'm loading it up. You don't need to see what people are saying. They're just saying really nice things about you. Why would you want to see that?
Is there some kind of issue stopping you from getting hold of the mouse? What did you just do?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want the chat?
Yeah, it just went.
Yes. Jen, calm down. Drink your beer.
Stop talking to me and start doing the
I'm loading it up. Drink your beer and get back to talking. Okay. Jerry BVR says you're using Windows. What did you expect?
Yeah, I know. Yes, but what else is there? Shut up about Macs.
Yeah, Linux.
No, we tried that. It doesn't work.
Channel 1 says we weren't talking about Jenny at all. Honest.
Right, gosh.
Jan, just calm down. Come on.
Chill.
Jim. Come on. Yeah. Just keep calm, like.
No way, I mean, well,
Aye.
spooky, man.
Just keep yourself calm.
Oh, yeah, I'm how I hear.
No. Hoya hama hawa here.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
See, you can't speak proper like.
Why, I man, what's spooky?
Talk proper, man.
What's spooky?
Talk proper.
Aye. Eventually, we will be... Right, anyway, eventually normal service will get resumed.
Yes, Amtrak Junction, I agree with you. Where he says, leave the computer stuff with Zoe and stop pressing the big red button.
I didn't press anything. That was... Come on, we're not interested in your
Jen,
editing...
just leave it to me.
Yeah,
Please.
right. Anyway, right, so we're going to have...
Jenny breaks everything. I need...
I didn't even touch... Did you see my hands go near it? No, you
What we
didn't.
actually need is Billy's replacement hostess.
Yeah, what we actually need is to prod the person...
Just stop it. I'm trying to fix this for you. Come on.
Right.
Right.
Right, anyway. Oh, I knew somebody would. Malcolm Moore says Linux is far more stable. Shanghai 264359 says, meanwhile, back at the ranch. Oh dear,
What's
right.
that, ranch dressing?
Oh, right. Oh, I like that. NI Railways 4000 Pass says, looks like you need to pay a visit to Jimmy's replacement Ethernet. Oh, Ashley Smalley says, good evening all. I hope everybody has had a nice bank holiday. Absolutely. Kelly Ashford says, calm down, guys and girls.
See, this is what happens when you guys can't see us. She is terrible for trying to micromanage everything while whining and worrying.
No, I'm like... It's like...
You're where you are.
It's
Yes,
like,
you are.
like Andy 1962 says, Jenny is like Ringo in Yellow Submarine film, couldn't resist pushing buttons. Or like Dougal on that aeroplane with the big red button that says, don't press this button. And it's like... Ted, button somehow got pressed. Colin B297 says, Jenny Melly, the woman on telly. Oh, yes. Right. Lazar says, I'm guessing this is a DCC layout. Absolutely. And actually, we're going slightly more DCC than before because I have been fitting DCC point control. And Mark Wilson says, that was Sam hacking your stream. Now, talk about me, will you? Having 100,000 subs doesn't come without its benefits. Kill the stream.
Oh my goodness, imagine if that's what actually came with it. And you just open your YouTube plaque up and there's a hotline in it. Just go, kill that stream.
Hello? Yes. I'd like you to take the Monday Club off air.
I am watching the Monday Club. Take them out.
Yes. Right.
Would it be a one-time use only thing?
Yeah. Oh, right.
Oh, what are we talking about?
I don't know. I have completely lost the plot. So, anyway, we're ready. We're ready.
Yes, well, welcome to the weekly show about model railways, where we have talked about using a YouTube play button to kill other people's channels. We've talked about recollections of the Beano. We have reminisced with Jenny about the time that she caught HMS Beaver, got stuck in the middle of the Suez Canal. Have we actually talked about any of the model railway news?
Right. Rails of Sheffield have received the samples from Hellion on the Kerosene Castle. Really looks great, actually. There are some updates that are still to be done. Excuse me. So, what I've actually seen look amazing, and apparently, these are working livery prototypes. So they've gone back with some notes for things that do need changing. So if you spotted something obvious, what it basically means is that Rails of Sheffield are on the case, as are Hellion. There'll be a few tweaks, but what I've seen looks absolutely amazing. The D class is under production, so not sure how long that's going to be. But hopefully, probably about, I think transit time's about 6 weeks. Customs maybe add a few more weeks. So we're talking maybe 2.5, maybe 3 months for the D class, I would guess. Don't know for certain, have no figures on this. We've also got the livery samples for all the Genesis coaches. I do need to chase up Hattons and see whether they will lend me those for a video. Really would love to get my hands on those and run them on Weir Yard. Next week we are definitely going to be doing a Steam day up here. I know we've had diesels quite a lot. I do like diesels. What else? I've lost my train of thought. It's your fault, Cupboard Monkey.
Your train of thought, eh?
Yeah, it got derailed. Right, Ben Tuller, absolutely right. Rapido are re-releasing the APT prototype. That's the APTE. So all those people that missed out when it was an NRM exclusive model, it is coming out again. This time, though, it will not have any of the extra booklet, things like that, the presentation set, but it does mean that those of you that missed out on the original APTE from Rapido trains can now get that. So that really does look good. Also, news from Accurascale, 4 of their Class 55s are now sold out pre-order. Also, the MDV and MDO wagons are in production. Kelly Ashford, thank you ever so much, donated £2 on the super chat. Says, I have 4 GWR 4-wheel coaches from eBay. They are really nice, actually. If the Cupboard Monkey will move their foot, I will just try and find, let me see.
So Jen's just going to keep looking for something in a minute.
I was hoping I might be able to find the GWR one, but there's one of the London, Brighton and South Coast Railways.
Those ones,
they are really, really good. Very, very Stroudly. So I'm really, really interested, actually, to see the Hattons ones. I know that when I was lucky enough to be able to road test the EP samples, I was very, very impressed.
Well, Wamgok says, Jenny, can you do an A4 evening? No, we talk about trains here, not paper.
Well, no. Let's see. We can
probably A4 paper. Oh man, I can't get someone to do a badum-tish.
Yeah, I like A5s myself. Right.
I've derailed, you know.
Oh, interesting. John Nelson says, I just ordered a Broadway Limited T14444 from Train World. What a beauty. Absolutely. Yeah, actually, there is I think it's a Challenger at work in the cabinet, and I keep looking at it quite fondly. It really does look a lovely model. Daniel's OO Model Railways is my birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday. I'm hoping to get a DCC controller because I still have DC. Squash tomatoes and stew. Bread and butter in the gutter. Happy birthday to you.
As opposed to the one that we sing when it's Jenny's birthday.
Right.
Which is, happy birthday to you. You live in the zoo. You look like a monkey and you smell like one too.
Okay. David J says, Jenny, are Lionheart and Dapole one and the same now? Pretty much. Lionheart seems to have its own exclusive version of their soon-to-be-released O-Gauge 45XX Small Prairie Loco. Currently, they're reviewing decorated samples. Now, Lionheart Trains is owned by Dapole, I believe. They did merge, but they are being kept somewhat separate. So it's a bit like Graham Farish and Bachman, I suppose would be the best way of describing that.
So it's still got its own line. It's not like an imprint like that.
Somerset Andy says, Jenny, with my new model railway room, I sent Jenny Kirk, and you're there on YouTube. Great fun. Absolutely. Right. What I would suggest is that we start queuing up the videos.
I am making sure I've got them all here. So we are about to...
Tim's Model Railway in different videos says, my birthday is next month. Well, remind us next month. We will sing for you.
Song.
Race Car Driver says, because I haven't seen a train, you might need to turn your monitor on because there's quite a few going around here.
Yes, Jenny is big on the
Kelly Ashford says, I might let my 2 Terriers haul the coaches next time. Yeah, I mean, those 4-wheel and 6-wheel coaches are the perfect accompaniment for the really, really small coaches. Right, what are we're just preparing now to show some of you guys' videos that have been sent in. We do have a bumper crop of these. So many were sent in last week, but we had to carry some over. So, right.
It's okay, you just keep going. It'll take me a minute or so to get these working up.
Right, no worries. David Scott says, sent an application form for the Backman Collectors Club when I got my 94XX tank weeks ago. Nothing heard from them. Anyone else trying to apply?
To be honest with you, given the current circumstances with everything, the post may be delayed.
It could be. Evan Terry says, I just did a Jenny and crashed my laptop. It wasn't me, it was the cupboard monkey. Actually,
You pressed the buttons and confused the computational device.
No. That'll be Sam with his special hotline. Like, yes, we got a live one. Nuke the connection. I'm just joking, it doesn't come with all that.
No, but I think Sam is big enough to know that we're joking.
Right, anyway,
there's like we keep saying every week, there's room for everyone.
Yeah.
Regardless of what they're doing, they're different views.
Yeah, he's clearly doing something right to get over 100,000 subs in the plaque.
So we all have a laugh at joke, but he's big enough to take it. Right, we now have our first video, and this is...
Alan Reynolds says, I'm using meths. I prefer beer myself. Logan Clary says, execute order class 66.
I like that.
And Kelly Ashford says, I'm getting a 94XX from Chester Model Shop. Gosh, I haven't been there in years, but yeah, the 94XX does look to be a really, really... great model, and I must get myself one at some point. Right, so who do we have at first?
It actually came in last week. We are going through the ones from last week. This is going to the dogs with occasional and infrequent traffic.
And
now,
we've seen this railway before, and I really do like this. So there we are. Oh, modern-y stuff.
I love the way he's got the multiple levels, so that you've got...
Is it coming through okay? Because I haven't got any feedback.
Yeah. It will be in a minute, yeah. Race Car Driver says, what kind of marble set do you have? I don't know about what that is.
I don't know. I gave all my marbles away a long time ago.
Yeah, you lost your marbles. But I love the...
Oh, Intercity liveried HST.
You do love this.
Oh, a pair. Just the power cars. That's unusual.
Going to the dogs says, please find link below. Video created titled today called Occasional and Frequent Traffic. Filmed from a fixed point. You will see no passenger trains or blocked freight today. What do you see? Or what can you see?
Well, there's two 37s now. That's a 37.4, I think, with the Highland Stag logo on. Probably something like Loch Rannoch with the inspection saloon.
I love, like I was saying before I jumped in with what the dogs said, I love the fact that this is on multiple levels, because it looks like you have to come down into a dip in a valley or something to go to the train line, right? And the town is actually above it. That's really nice.
Yeah. There's a lot going on as well, a lot of detail. And also we've got some catenary there in the foreground, so electric trains. The Windhoff MPV.
Wow, that's an interesting design.
Yeah, very much. And then we've got a snow plough there. That's one of the is it the Stratford Sharks with a 37. Actually, top and tail with snow plough. It looks ever so warm and summery there. So bit of an odd manoeuvre.
Perhaps they're just moving them somewhere else.
Could be. And then that looks to be a Class 31. Actually, I do like that livery on the 31. One of the Backman olive green Mark 1 BGs there at the front of a train of assorted wagons. It's actually quite a short little train, that, an engineer's type train. And again, scale running as well, really nice. Valley's 56XX says nice ballasting. J. Paul Anderson says very nice layout.
And it's like you said, it really does look nice and warm, like a hot day.
And then that looks to be, I'm going to guess at a Class 33 with some Satlink liveried wagons. So we've got the ZDV, which is the just ended.
These things happen. Like we've said before, we're keeping everything short because that way we can show more videos. But I'm going to grab the URL for that and paste it into the chat now from your account, so that will go in, and there you go, there's the video. Normally I do it from mine, but I didn't.
Right,
I was being a rebel. Red Bull.
Oh, is it a camera died? So let's try.
Has it? Oh.
So, I don't, yeah.
I don't know whether it did or not. Oh, yes, it did. Yeah. Jen, we're not fiddling with the cameras, though.
I've pressed a button for a different camera. So, I don't know if that camera's come up yet. Right. There we are. So the other camera has come up now. Sorry about that. We're just having a real issue with camera 5.
Yeah. Maybe it's slightly not plugged in properly.
Yeah.
You've got to remember, you've been working on the electrics.
I'll sort it later. But Andy1962 says, really enjoyed that layout. Great selection
that was a nice
of logos.
one.
Actually, yeah, I really did enjoy that.
So, next up, we have a new Hellion Class 86 from Shanghai 264359.
Excellent,
So
right.
it's been a while since we saw anything for Shanghai. He's always got a great layout there.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you jumped over to it?
I'm waiting for it to start.
It is.
So I've actually Hellion actually do support the channel. I'm very grateful for Hellion that do send the odd bits and pieces over for review. And I believe at the moment one of these Class 86s, I don't know which livery, is has been sent on loan for review, and I'm really looking forward to it actually, because as you see here, this is a really well detailed model. Look at that underframe detail. That is really nice.
Quite nice and bright photos from his layout. Oh, I do like that.
Nice pantograph.
Yes.
So, I mean, because this is the original, actually no, not quite the original livery, because it's got the small yellow warning panel. But certainly this is, oh, nice to see it running. Just be careful with that pantograph, because there's no wires up, so might hit something. Quite a nice mix there of Mark 1s and Mark 2s in maroon and blue-grey. Very shiny coaches. So, thank you ever so much. Really great.
Nice. I like that. And the layout's always a nice one as well. Very
much. And it's certainly a locomotive I'm really looking forward to being able to review. And James Pett says, I approve of underframe detail. I am sure you do, and I approve that you approve. Kelly Ashford says, I don't like diesels, I prefer steamies. I know. But next week, we're going to go all steam all the time. So what I'm going to do is I will swap out the locomotives, and maybe we'll go for A4s. But I personally quite like the Princess Coronation, aka the Duchess class. Really do like those. So, right.
Okay, I've been told to jump to 540 in this video.
Okay.
Okay, this is from the Aylesmead project, and he says, Hi Zoe, hope you're well. Here's another update from me about a change of sound decoder. First 5 minutes 40 seconds is me just talking about why the change. Then after that I give a small demo of the Porchetta 37-4 sound. So I am going to turn the sound on for this, but not too high.
Okay.
So that we don't have
don't have a Billy's replacement speakers moment.
And of course I will put the link into the chat. So let's have a look at this.
Okay, are we up and running? I'm just going to swap over.
So I'm assuming that the sound has come through. Are you turning the sound up?
Right, it sounds quite low actually. I forgot to turn the volume up, so we'll just do that in a second. There we go.
Gosh, that was a bit of a long
So
start.
that's a cold start, which is operated by pressing F5. So we'll just move the camera.
I love that.
Oh, that, I mean, is that the it's the ESU, which is a really impressive system, I have to say.
Would be, if it was
Sounds like Jenny snoring.
How would you know?
Jen,
Hello
you
to
snore
Timbersurf
so
as well.
loud.
And Rails to Rails Railroad. It says, someone say Steam. It's like, what?
Yeah,
Well,
ESU
deactivate.
command station.
Sorry,
Oh,
works
Jen, you need one of them.
as
That
the
does look
engine
nice.
moves and does change
You
as
need
the
one.
speed increases. So,
Uh,
Okay, I'm going to jump off from that because we can't really talk about this.
Yeah, but
So if you
that
wanna
does
jump
sound
back-
really great.
Yes,
What I
I've
would say
put
is
a link into the chat, so go and have a look at the full thing.
definitely right. No
Okay.
worries. Don't forget to debelieve replacement speakers ready for
Yeah,
the
don't
next
worry
one.
about that.
Andy 1962 says that's a great piece of kit. Absolutely. Timber Surf says lost in designing more 3D stuff. Looking forward to it. Alan Reynolds says I'm trying to watch and watercolouring a low relief hillside for the layout.
Oh,
Excellent.
very nice.
Ruben Ashwell likes the sounds, and Dave at It's My Model Railway says ESU ECOS is great. Brilliant. So
I need to get back into watercolours.
yeah. So
So, next up we have another nice one from a long-time contributor, Tim's Model Railways and Different Videos, running Hornby Collectors Club locos 2008, 2009 and 2010. Wow, these are getting on a bit now.
radio. So we up and running.
Yes, we are. So I'll just put that link in as well into the
You got a bit of fading on the edge of your Hornby's Collectors Club thingy. Oh, the TARDIS, everybody.
Yeah, everyone can see the TARDIS.
So we got a few Thomas the Tank Engine bits and pieces. And oh, a bit of a stall.
We've all had it.
Yeah. So oh, dearie me. So there we go. It's one of the Hornby Collectors Club 040s. They do
Nice.
tend to do it. I give them to my little nephew actually.
Yeah.
Whenever I join the club, I usually only join the club when there's something that I really want. But interesting. Patrick Webb says that's a rare bear class 35 there. Do you have a Murdoch though? That's the one everybody always goes on about. I've seen them going for stupid money online.
And everyone's just going to ignore the fact that Jen said she joins the club and then corrected it to club.
Yeah.
I always like this layout. It's fun.
Yeah, it's got great play value going
Yes.
on.
There's so
Oh,
much going
there's the
on in it.
circus train. You love the
I
circus
do.
train.
They're great. Jen, get some.
No. Well, there's...
Kelly Ashwood said, Stevie's, now
Yeah.
we're talking. Yeah, you do like your kettles on wheels.
Careful now.
What? Careful now. Come on.
Andy 1962 says the freebie locos go like stink. Sky Electric's motors. Yo, warp speed. Ben Tullett says, Jenny, do DCC concepts do much supply of DCC items to DCC supplies in Worcester? As I'm looking to visit them to learn about DCC. Although I don't know offhand who's the stockists and dealers of DCC concepts. I know we do have a lot around the UK. So what I would suggest is, if you go over to dccconcepts.com and scroll down, there should be a link to all of the stockists. And just zoom in and find out and see if it's on the list.
And apologies to everyone who heard that sound as one of our local youths went past on his
hairdryer.
2-speed hairdryer, because
Skipsy Trains,
we are
hi
3
to you.
floors up and we can still hear him.
And Matt the Dragon Railway says, great setup.
It is.
And so
What
we
is
got
that livery at the back?
what, the Pullman livery on that Class 06?
Oh, I don't know. The blue, white, and then a little bit of
Yeah,
blue.
Pullman livery.
Right.
It's all like the blue Pullman.
It's very eye-catching.
And as Shanghai 264359 says, there's always a lot going on this one.
Yeah, that's why I like it. It's a fun one.
Yeah. And also, don't forget, if you haven't already done so, do consider tickling the like button. And also, share the stream as well. It's really a great way that you can help the channel getting our message out there that everybody is welcome in the Monday Club. Although I know that as lockdown starts to ease, a lot of people are stepping outside and getting back to doing all the great things that we've been missing for so long. And I can't begrudge you guys for that.
Well, no, we've been out and about all over the place. Oh, we've got a vlog coming up about where we've been out and about, haven't we?
Oh, excellent.
Well, I say we. You went to work, I went and climbed a hill.
Yes, you did. Yeah, looking forward to that. Which channel are you putting that one on?
Well, of course it'll be mine. The ZJPR channel. That was a really nice one, I like that.
Thank you ever so much for that. Richard Swiderski says, my dog hates motorbikes.
Well, don't let him ride one then.
Keeps falling off. Right.
That does remind me of that really old joke. My dog's chasing a postman on a bike to the bike from.
Yeah. Oh my word.
The old ones are the best.
Yeah, it's like carry your bags. Nah,
Where
that'll
I
work.
walk. Okay. What are we like?
Yeah. Jennifer Garrett says, I hear there's now a bottled beer named after everyone's favourite Smokey Joe. I still like the one called Tactical Nuclear Penguin. I think that's a great name for a beer. Apparently it's incredibly strong, blow your head off. Nigel Cole says, my dog loves motorbikes. He won't eat anything else. So what have we got next? Henry's Transport Adventures and Beyond. This is Havenport running session in 1979. So if you want to bring...
I think this is going to be interesting.
Okay.
Look at the angles for start. Go.
It's the angle of the dangle.
I love these ground level
Janus, yeah.
things. I love it. It's great.
So that's the Oxford Rail Janus, which is or Janus,
and getting right into
really,
the layout.
Really great loco.
This is one of the things I love the little cube cameras for, and
Class
also
25, 279. I've got that one as well. Really great model.
But yeah, little cube cameras, putting your phone in there or anything like that, anything that gets you into the model, it brings an extra dimension to this stuff.
Yeah.
Also, to stop the focal wobble there, the best thing to do is to fix the focus.
Yes. Basically, just force it to focus on a particular spot.
Press and hold until it does it. That's how we do it. But yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
This looks brilliant. I'm really enjoying this.
Ooh, ex-Highland Railway number 7178 arriving. Photographers went crazy. Gosh, it's like a little Nelly, isn't it?
Oh, this is brilliant.
Valley's 56XX says, right, I'm off. I've got a table at the Italian. Excellent content as ever, ladies and chat peeps. Oh, thank you very so much. And you do enjoy your meal, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Go and enjoy yourself. That's another thing. Last week we went out for a
Class
meal
35
for the first time, didn't we?
Yeah. We're out in the beer garden type place, but
but so nice just to be
very
out and
much
actually have a meal out.
Yeah.
With
Russell
people
Benton says, love the adverts. Yeah, they're really interesting.
they're great.
Ham Shackleton asks, who got the Uncle Joe's mint ball wagon? Yeah, there's some really interesting, great play value wagons coming through on special commission from Rails of Sheffield.
Oh, Andy 1962 says, Malcolm and Wise dressed up as
I
Romans.
remember that one.
Have you got the scrolls? No, I've always walked like this. Oh yes, the old ones are the best.
Yeah.
This is a great layout.
Yeah. Oh, Class 8. I like a Gronk.
Gronk it up!
08723. Oh, I think that was one of the Inverness stalwarts.
It's just so nice the way we're not seeing an awful lot of the layout, but what we're seeing is all layout. It looks like we're part of it, and that's the type of thing I love. From a filmmaking point of view, I love it.
There's a good variety of rolling stock on there. Thank you ever so much for that. Richard Swiderski says, this layout reminds me of Bonus in Scotland.
Oh, right. Maybe, yeah.
And Richard Swiderski bought a Yorkshire pudding van. Yeah, there's some really great stuff coming out. Tim's Model Railways in different videos.
The rain.
Yes. Tim's Model Railways in different videos says, thank you for showing my video. You're absolutely welcome. Somerset Andy says, I have a Bachmann 3 car... Oh, where's it gone? I have a Bachmann 3 car class 159 with DCC sound fitted for a review soon, so please check my channel out. Excellent. Nice. Ruben Ashwell says, nice layout that was.
Okay, we have 3 left.
Right, 3 more to go. So this one is from the artist formerly known as Garthian.
Yes, this is Warbler Productions.
And big hello to the Growler Blackwood Engage layout. Says, evening Jenny and Zoe, just in from a Helix building shift. Ooh.
Building a Helix.
Yeah.
I bet that takes a bit of doing.
And David Watts, absolutely, yeah. I remember Eric and Ernie were amazing. The guests would queue up to be on their show. Absolutely.
Yeah, whereas what happens with our shows is the guests queue up to get out. So this is Warbler Productions with a K2 Atherstone. And if you're on the Monday Club Facebook group, you'll have seen him kind of trail ahead for this one.
Okay, right, go on.
So, are you on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. It is on.
Is it?
Yeah. It's got a bit of a long intro. But,
Okay, I'm waiting for the intro to... Very long intro. Are we got some issue with this picture? Oh, there we are.
I think the sound or maybe an intro.
Possibly an intro.
Here we
So
go.
here we are.
Oh my goodness,
yes!
that looks real.
Wow.
Live Steam, very, very nice. Wow, he's even got an animated person in the background. This looks so real.
Yeah. Great scenery. Is it coming back? Did you not get a problem with people treading on your track? There it comes.
Yeah, that would be a bit of an issue.
Yeah. It's actually one of the things that we found doing Biggest Little Railway was you'd get cyclists would just deliberately ride
go
over the
for
train.
it, yeah.
Yeah. What we refer to as the lycra louts.
Yes.
Mm.
I'm not going to make a joke about the fact that he's got an animated dude walking in the background. This is really nice. It's good to see all this different styles of railway.
Yeah.
It seems to be having a bit of an issue.
Yeah,
going back and
yeah.
forward.
Might need a push.
Jenny,
Yes.
when is your live Steam Mammoth going to be getting back out and about?
When I've rebuilt the Garden Railway.
When are you doing that?
When I've got time. Come on this way. Come on.
Evan Terry says, am I looking at a real railway? Yes, I was only joking about it being as realistic as a model. It's an actual railway. It's a live Steam. What's that, G-scale?
Yeah, really, really nice. Thank you
That
ever
was
so much
great.
for that. So thank you very much. Do we have many more?
Garvin says, had a bit of trouble with it, keeping steam in the boiler. People loved the setup and only one person kicked the track.
So you did get one person.
You got
then
one
being
idiot,
there's
yeah.
always
There's always one.
There's always one. The
It's
little
usually
gremlin.
It's usually Jen.
No. Oh, I see you've got something nice. Let me destroy that.
I see you've got something I don't have. I'm not going to have that. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. And noises to that respect. Okay, now the next one, that was great. I really did enjoy that.
Thank you very
It's
much.
from Evan Terry, a train too far. Eastleigh Lakeside Railway.
Okay.
Now this is a long video, so I'm not going to show all of it, but of course I will put the link into the chat so you can all go and see it. Here we go. Trip to Eastleigh Lakeside Railway.
Oh, and the magic of stretched out vertically vision.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. Evan, yes, we did. We're showing that now.
Yeah. Oh, it's interesting railway.
Yeah, this is a little ride on one.
Double
This is
headed.
nice.
Oh yes. Liking this. I'm currently in the process of attempting to
I think we could build something.
yeah.
Oh, look at this.
Ooh.
We've got a camera going along with it.
Nice. Really does look good. Brilliant sunshine.
This is lovely. Kelly says, seen that railway on other YouTube videos. I bet it does get around because this is quite good.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see. I'd like to ride on in a nice day like that.
I like the guy at the back. He's got his like throne wagon.
Yeah, that's a guy who knows where it's at.
Yeah. Down in the throne. I have
But yeah,
power.
I bet as a project, if you knew what you were doing, you could build one of those ride-on things.
Well, yes, people do. Where do you think they're coming from?
Like as a DIY project. You know where your dad built his...
I'm trying to persuade my dad to do a 5-inch one.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Why don't we do it as a project? You borrow your dad's workshop and build one.
You're volunteering me for another... I'm busy!
No, I'm just saying, why don't we?
I'm just
why don't we
persuading my
get-
dad to do it.
Well, yes, you could do that.
Yeah.
You could get him to help. I think that would be an interesting thing, like going from start to finish, building a train. That is lovely.
Mm.
Oh, I like that it's got proper sitting carriages as well.
Mm.
Jen, we definitely need one where it's got a nice little sitting carriage. You can sit on the front and drive it. I'll sit in the carriage and enjoy the ride.
I think it's like a sort of a pseudo Western diesel there. Well, you can get like a bloke down in
This is really nice.
Mm. Hey, there's a guy in it. Ooh.
Yeah, that's great. I do like that.
Yeah. Appears to be multi-gauge. The looks to be.
Yeah.
Is that 7 1/4 and 5-inch maybe?
But to be honest with you, if you're going to build something like this, adding in the second gauge, if it's there at the planning stage, wouldn't be that hard, would it? I mean, you're already setting everything up. So yeah, I like that. Don Gets Monorail says, live steam is complicated. Experience with pressure vessels recommended.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying...
You have to. Oh my word! Kelly Ashford very, very kindly has donated £2 on the super chat. Thank you ever so much for that. It does help us to keep making the videos that you want to see on the channel. But Kelly asks, what happened with your garden railway, Jenny? The problem was with my garden railway is the gradients were too steep. So currently it's awaiting me rebuilding it to ease the gradients. And in all honesty, that's going to be a project probably later this year. But I've got so much on. I am a very busy person. Yeah. So it's been really difficult.
So what Don Gets is saying is perhaps a battery electric as a first experience.
Oh yeah,
That is exactly what I'm saying, which is why I'm thinking I could do it. As a project, a battery electric powered 5 inch...
with a gangster lean pub.
No, yeah, you're billeting in it. Get your dad to make the wheels and maybe some of the gear pieces.
You get kids.
His workshop and then put it together. It would probably be something like wooden or maybe beat metal panel, that kind of thing. Something that I've got experience making from a long time ago, I'll admit. And then we could do it. Because I think you would love that.
Oh, we're in the tunnel. This is a long tunnel.
It is. But it's nice that it's a ride on camera. I think you belittle it because you like to put me down as a joke, but you'd love it as a final thing.
Oh, interesting. Evan Terry says it's 7 1/4 and 10 1/4 dual gauge.
Wow, look at that!
Wow, that is
the lighting is
tunnel.
Amazing.
Yeah. This is really good. I'm enjoying this. Have you put the link in the chat?
I have. That is brilliant. Right, guys, we're going to have to jump on because we're 4.5 minutes in. It's a 17-minute video. I think it's well worth going and having a look at.
Certainly worth going and have a look at.
So yeah, I'll put the link in again. There you
Excellent.
go. There's the link again. Right.
So thank you for sending that in. One more, okay.
And this one is from Richard Swiderski.
Okay.
If it loads.
Meanwhile, back on the ranch.
Okay, here's Richard Swiderski. I'm going to bring that up on screen now. Do you want to put that in?
Okay, hit play.
I have. And it's 46100 Royal Scot Locomotive passes Beeston Lock in Cheshire.
Ooh.
My goodness, look how real that looks.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
It is very realistic.
He's even got the animation on the water. That's brilliant.
Yeah. Here it comes.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Woo. Yeah.
Wow, look at there's a bit of a speed going on there. I can smell, you know, in your memory goes, I'll give you the smell on this one. So I've got that lovely smell of burning coal. They look like Mark 3s. Are they Mark 2s or Mark 3s?
I don't know.
Very incongruous setup. But oh, is that the end? I think that is actually.
Yeah, it's a very short video.
So no, we're getting some still pictures there. Really, really nice. Thank you ever so much. Really, really enjoyed looking at that. Right, Evan Terry says the views on my vid are going up now. Excellent.
I bet.
Right.
Okay, Don Gets on the Railway says, buy the wheel sets pre-made, make the chassis from square section metal tube, big electric motor, car battery, and some basic power electronics to connect it all up.
And
well, give me an excuse to use my degree.
Right. Also, if you want to send in some videos for next time, you need to send the link, not the video, but the link to it on something like YouTube.
Yep.
To Zoe at zoerobinson.com. I repeat that, Zoe, spelt Z-O-E, at zoerobinson.com. And if you put, if you put into the title Monday Club, then it just helps the cupboard monkey to find that. Right, can we get the proper screen back up?
Oh, you want to see what's going on?
I want to see what I'm doing.
Goodness.
Right, so
on,
it's coming to the end of the Monday Club. Thank you ever so much, everybody, for watching. Don't forget to tickle the like button if you've not already done so.
Absolutely.
And share the stream on social media if you haven't already done so either, because sharing is caring. And next week, we're going to have a Steam vibe going on. Somebody please remind me, and I'll put up a poll in the Monday Club. We're going to make it all Steam options. So if you want to, if you're not already on the Monday Club Facebook group, do head on over and check that out. Also, if you want to buy one of my books, or both of the books, then do check them out on the allmousemedia.com.
Mouse Media.
Will you stop interrupting me?
Say the words right.
Yeah, well, I'll get through in the end. But on the allmousemedia.com page, James Pett, of course you approve of Steam. I wouldn't have it any other way. Rails to Rails Railroad says thank you for the stream. Also, don't forget as well to check out What's Neat This Week with Ken Patterson, because we have Robert Steers on that from American Limited Models, who's been a great supporter of the channel, and really looking forward to that. And NI Railways 4000 classes. I'm going to try and arrange an interview between Jenny and Billy. I'm sure we'd all like to see that. Yes, do that, actually. I'd be interested in doing that. Always really interested in doing collaborations with some of the bigger YouTube channels. Logan Clary asks, didn't my photo arrive? Did a photo arrive?
Photo? Give me 1 second.
So we're just having a quick... Oh, it hasn't come through, so you might want to resend that. Really sorry about that.
Yeah,
so
sorry,
until next time, we've got Saren Campbell says, hello, I am from Vivita, South Africa. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. Probably not, but really great to see you. We get such a broad cross-section of people from all around the globe. And it is great. The Monday Club is all about providing a safe space for anybody to come and talk and chat all things trains. And
wherever you're from, whatever your background is, we're happy to see you.
So until next time, you guys take great care of yourself. This is me, Jenny Coates, saying bye for now.
Bye-bye. The train now leaving the platform is the 2105 service to Plymouth Tatters, stopping at Grave Street Yard, Bolton Trinity Road, a lot of other places, Eindhoven, and then Plymouth Tatters. That's the 2105 service to Plymouth Tatters. If you go up to the loft today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go up to the loft today, you'll never believe your eyes. For every train there ever was has gathered there together, because today's the day that Jenny does the Monday Club. Good night.